You would line the fruit box with leaves first, green and big and covered in white fluff, like a peach or some sort of insect that I wouldn't normally like. Did you know that you can use fig's milk instead of rennet to make cheese? Latticello.
Latticello. That's how you called it.
You
You wouldn't let me get too close. My hands were too small, too soft, and the acidic milk was just one single drop, which is enough to curdle the milk and to irritate my fingertips, my lips, if I dared to suck on them. For years, you would peel figs for me. If they were very ripe, you would open them up with your knife under the tree and make me suck the pulp out of their purple skin.
Sniffing almost manically. Excited, I smell figs, ripe figs. The white rubble ground scrunched beneath his feet as his pace quickened. You had named all the trees after me, so it would have been easier for me to remember. So maybe you thought
I was never going to leave. Ripe figs? I couldn't see anything, so I sniffed too hard. Nostrils flared. I remember edging towards him as though it might help catch the scent. Scrunch, incredulous still, parched. 10 meters further, in some abandoned orchard below the dirt road, were 3 bursting fig trees. I told you, he screamed as he climbed one, filling his hat as he went. That sticky fig milk still won't come out in the wash. Mama said you would have done the same. She laughed teary-eyed as she described you. Dark-skinned from being out in the fields all day and in only dungarees. Always the same ones that were too wide for your skinny body.
Held up by a tattered belt, with a pocket on the chest. She told me that that pocket was stained too, with figs that Nonna would give to you to keep you going. That's just how I imagine you now, covered in white dust. At the dinner table, you're wrapping your figs in a thick slice of prosciutto. You put more fruit into my plate as you eat. You feed me with one hand as you get another slice of prosciutto with the other,
straight from the butcher's oily wrapping. You asked me if I want to watch some TV with you after dinner if the aerial holds the signal, and if I don't get too distracted outside smoking my long, last cigarette of the day. Sometimes I think you're just jealous because you stopped smoking so many years ago, which means your taste buds are not numbed by the chemicals anymore, and you can taste all the sweetness and the bitterness, but especially the sweetness. Mama took a fig leaf to propagate from Zio's Campagna all the way back to London just after he died. She knew how close you were. I guess it feels estranged in this garden. But now she makes jam every year from the small yield London sun permits, though it's not the same deep red sun that stains your skin. Deeper still, the fig's flesh.
I imagine you'd be proud in just those dungarees, covered in black soot.